But your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
Well, that's true.
But
they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors. Well, no, it's true. Do you think they were actors? They weren't actors. They didn't come from Hollywood. Right. These were people. This was an actual, it happened a few days ago. And
they're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not
an
invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN. All right. And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask.
Okay, today's video we're looking at extroverted sensing. And extroverted sensors are all about gathering experiences, gathering the things of reality and using them for their usefulness or their enjoyment. Extroverted sensing is just one of the 8 cognitive functions. Each personality uses all 8 functions. However, someone with lead first function extroverted sensing will look very different than someone with 7th or 8th function extroverted sensing. And that's what we're looking at today. There are 4 personality types that prefer to use extroverted sensing more than the other personality types. That is the ISFP and the ISTP, who use this as their second function, and the ESFP and the ESTP, who uses this as their first and primary function. When we talk about extroverted sensing, what we're talking about is gathering experiences over organizing experiences. Extroverted sensing is about gathering those new experiences or realities. Introverted sensing is much more about organizing experiences and categorizing experiences. Those that prefer to use extroverted sensing, they use it naturally and easily. They're always looking for the next sensory experience. So stereotypically, it is correct that many extroverted sensors enjoy being in the outdoors. They enjoy doing daredevil type of things, whether it be hiking, jumping off cliffs into lakes or things like that, or skydiving even. They enjoy the sensory experiences, like roller coasters, maybe attending sporting events, things like that. They also will do an act without thinking about the consequences. So they have an introverted intuition and an extroverted intuition, which really is not cognizant in their thought at all. And so they will jump into things literally, physically, like literally speaking, without thinking about, what happens if I jump into this lake off a cliff and it's too shallow? I might break my legs or break my neck. That doesn't really factor into the decision-making process. Also, extroverted sensors are not concerned with routine. They're not concerned with organizing things. They are gathering realities, gathering sensory objects. Many of them enjoy collecting things, whether it's collecting clothes, whether it's collecting tools, whatever it could be. They enjoy gathering real objects, and organizing them is not a high priority. What does extroverted sensing look like in each of these 4 personalities? With the ISFP, extroverted sensing is asking the question, does my value system allow for these realities? The ISTP is asking, does my frame of reference allow for these realities? The realities are secondary to their value system and their frame of reference. And they're trying to figure out is if they can take these extroverted sensing issues, these realities, these physical things, will they fit into their value system or their frame of reference? For the ESFP, the ESTP, they're asking a slightly different question. They're saying, I like these realities. How can I make them fit into my value system? How can I push them into my frame of reference? And really, can my value system or frame of reference be changed for these realities to exist? So for the ESFP or ESTP, who has extroverted sensing first, they're going to be great at detective work, at gathering information, gathering realities, all these sorts of things, understanding how the world works. They're not going to be stuck in their head. They're going to see things as they are. Where they will struggle is thinking about the consequences of what they do, thinking about the ramifications of decisions they make. Look, if you do this, if you do X, Y might happen. They just see X and they do X, and then they react with X. So great in observation. They're going to struggle in observing the future and what that might look like.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.